I'm a little delirious.
You need to sleep more, dude. Yeah, you need to sleep more.
It wasn't strawberry shortcake. What the f***?
Boom.
What does Google even know? Other than everything.
Yeah, that's true. Never mind, the joke's over.
You hit her twice. There's 3 of them. What do you mean you haven't?
God,
No, you've seen some, but not seen all of them.
Missile crisis is
Crises.
Crisis, I believe, is the plural for crisis. Is that right, Cam?
What's up, guys?
Next to the 2.
Welcome to another episode. Beside the point. This is episode number 22. I am Zach. That is Cam, Eric, Kyler.
What's up?
Think about my name for a
Back
second.
again,
Yeah.
yes. Yes, I did. I'm
He's
sorry.
having a long day.
It has been a long day. Hello, welcome. Today, I would like to talk about a certain little thing that happened over in the land of paradise.
Sure.
Which
land of
I
paradise?
was, that's Hawaii.
Australia?
Australia?
That's
yeah.
Hawaii. I guess
Thailand.
we all
New
have
Zealand?
our own
I was
lands.
thinking Thailand.
Yeah,
Thailand? You like them Thai lady boys, do you?
Thai lady boys.
They're on the
Bangkok
internet.
for a reason.
They're on the internet.
Oh,
What?
Huh? What?
interesting.
Hawaii's what he meant, you perv.
Hawaii?
Yeah, a bad thing
Hawaii.
happened. A bad thing happened in
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Where are you getting the V?
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Hawaii?
No.
Hawaii?
Anyways, yes, a very bad thing happened in Hawaii.
Was it really bad?
It's really bad.
Well, you
Kind
know,
of a funny thing.
I
No, probably not to those people.
Sure.
what happened is an
Yeah.
emergency alert went out. Like, you know, like when you get like a flood.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or an
Flood,
Amber Alert.
Yeah, Amber Alert, something like that.
Sure.
An alert went out saying
Sorry,
ballistic
Amber?
missile threat inbound to Hawaii. Seek immediate shelter. This is not a drill.
Sure. I honestly think.
How many people do you think live on the island of Hawaii?
7 million.
7 million?
No, it's not that high, but it is
it's not
more
that
than
high.
should be living on it. It's got a population issue.
Yeah.
For sure. I hear
All
it's
those
like
people, no snakes.
Not a single snake.
There's not a snake in Hawaii.
Which is pretty cool.
Yep.
It's the dream
All those
land.
people. Snake to
All those
human
people.
ratio.
No snakes.
No snakes.
Natural.
Or buffalo.
Not a single fucking buffalo.
So I can see how this would be fucking terrifying
Sure.
if you live on a little island in the middle of the ocean
Right.
with all this stuff that's going on with North Korea
Pearl
right now
Harbor,
and
yeah.
Russia and all that stuff.
That's pretty cool for us.
Yeah, it's pretty terrifying text just to get in the middle of your everyday routine.
Yeah, but like, here's my thing
No,
is.
imagine that you get that little signal and you're like, oh, another goddamn Amber Alert. Like,
I actually might do
And
that.
then you look
Let's
down,
get-
ballistic missiles.
like,
See, I don't even think I would do that. But like, God, shut up! And I put it back in my pocket. 10 minutes
you'd
later,
just
I'd be dead.
Yeah, true.
That is true.
Yeah, it's
Or there'd
for
be
sure.
some, yeah.
My thing though is
I'd almost rather it happen that way.
knowing the
honestly.
reality of the situation. If I'm Hawaiian, I still laugh at this.
Yeah, and you probably
I do wonder.
shish
Nah.
kebabs.
Well,
I would immediately afterwards.
because they like sent that out. I wonder, like,
I don't know,
how many
yeah.
shelters they have. Like, is this a protocol that
I
they've
don't know.
practiced? Because
not enough for everyone. I don't think.
Here's my thing. Official story. Guy sent it by accident.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Here's
Hit
what
the
I
wrong button.
Here's
Is what
what
they
I
say.
think.
Trolling, he's just trolling.
I think
Maybe
he.
dozed
I think.
off.
I think a missile was coming. You know what I mean? I think
Shot
a
it
missile
out?
was on its way. I think we put it down. But
Aimed
he's like, oh yeah, accident. Sorry, Hawaii. Don't panic. No, for sure. We're getting fucking bombed on out here.
Well, I'd rather-
Nobody's saying anything.
I'd
man.
rather know that my government is protecting us. Like, hell yeah, all right, cool. We shot the missile out of the sky.
Yeah,
Cool.
no,
we
Would
got
you
another
rather
one.
know
one
that
still
though?
panicked.
That's what I'm
the thing
saying.
is, I don't even know what I would actually do if they sent. I mean, granted, we're in Oklahoma, so it's different. But I don't know
There's
where.
Air Force bases out here, man. They'll bomb the.
You think I'm gonna get there in time to get into the Air Force base for any sort of?
That's my
protection?
point, though. They couldn't even hit Hawaii.
Well, they could.
No, they couldn't. They
That
sent
wasn't
missiles.
that wasn't a
If
real
your
threat.
hypothetical situation.
wasn't
if
a-
your hypothetical situation was actually the
Yeah.
case.
Yeah, and I like to believe that makes more sense than some dude accidentally sending out the.
How do you accidentally send it? It's
That's
like
the point
4
I'm-
buttons. He's like talking. He's like, yeah, man.
Yeah. He's like, no.
Oh,
we'll-
shit,
we'll-
that's the
we'll-
wrong
We'll
one.
totally get beers later.
And then
he
they
goes
talk
off
for
and
10
leaves.
minutes. They talks for 10 minutes. Like, how are we gonna fix this, dude?
Yeah. What do we do? What do we do?
Apologize and walk away. We didn't touch it.
Yeah. This was anybody else. It's crazy.
It would be, it would be freaky. Like I said, with all this stuff going on right now with North Korea, like that's all you hear about in the
for
news
sure.
right now.
It's
Is
not- it
who's,
was
who's
definitely
launching their
a
missile
thing.
first? Who's got the bigger missile dick? Is it Trump? Is it Kim Jong or Putin? That's all you hear about. So that would be,
Putin's at the table here. He's not trying to bomb us, is he? Is Putin trying to bomb us?
Putin's.
Do I not understand the
Putin's
current
two-faced,
state
I
of-
think.
Never.
All it's gonna take is the first one to get shot, and everyone's just gonna go, "I'm firing."
Yeah. Putin got Trump elected. He's not going to bomb us.
Yeah, but
there's a lot of
that doesn't necessarily
There's
mean
a lot
they're buddy
a lot
buddy.
of
You know?
things because, well, just from some military people I know, They said that what they're been more training for is for more realistic warfare of
Such
fighting
as?
a country that is as powerful as us.
Yep.
And that's kind of where a lot of training's been going towards because of threats like, well, we'll just say Russia and China and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Not that we have bad stuff with China, but
Right.
apparently
But we have to be prepared.
there's some tension with Russia.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, for sure. Because they're upset that we know about him electing Trump.
No, that was way before that. Way before that.
That's all what it comes down to.
Not that I don't know, because
What do I know about
I'm an
the
idiot.
Russians?
Yeah, it goes
just
back
from
and
what
forth.
I can barely speak Russian.
I actually heard that North Korea and South Korea are coming together to form a women's hockey team.
No shit.
Yeah,
Is that true?
under the
What?
same flag,
Bullshit.
under a neutral flag.
Bullshit. For the Olympics?
I would assume.
Do the girls have a choice?
Wait, what
Half
what'd
of
you
them.
say?
I was gonna say that's
He
pretty
said
sexist, but that's
No,
probably
what?
true.
No,
Because of
It's
North
actually-
Korea, not about women having choices.
No, I meant
No,
like
I understand what he meant,
them
but that's
force-
actually a good
He
point.
said,
That's
he
actually a
said,
good point. I don't know.
Zach says this. I haven't heard it. I want it to be true.
It's official.
That North Korea and South Korea having a combo women's hockey team.
Yeah, under a
What color
neutral
is the
flag.
is women's
I think it was
hockey
white.
White? Just a
I
white.
think it was white
piece
with
of
like a
paper?
moon on it or something.
Sure.
Is
Like-
women's
let me
hockey
verify this.
big over there?
Yeah, why wouldn't it be?
Wait,
North
Are
Korea.
we talking field hockey?
South. No, I saw.
No, I'm talking ice hockey, cuz. Little
They don't-
Korean
they don't
girls.
have-
Little Korean girls strapped up in pads. You know what I'm
They
saying?
don't have ice hockey.
What do you mean they don't have ice hockey?
the
Ice hockey is
Olympics
everywhere.
for
Yeah, they
women.
do. Totally, they do. There's
Do they
women's
have
ice
it?
hockey,
I don't-
right? Or is it like?
In the Olympics? I don't think so.
I don't even know. Is women's
Unified
ice hockey?
Korean teams provokes backlash in South Korea.
Sure, I could see where South Korea's not in love with this.
Yeah.
I just don't think
What
they want to be
team is
friends
it?
with them in
Field
any
hockey, though?
sense.
No, it's the Olympics.
So they're unifying all of the teams?
All I'm seeing, or all I really have heard about, is
They're just
the
making them
women's
ride the
hockey
same
team.
bus to China.
Under
Because that's embarrassing.
under a neutral
you know what
flag.
I mean?
They're trying to save
Whatever.
money, man.
Yeah.
However that goes for them over there, under a neutral flag.
Either way, good for the Koreans.
there is peace. at the
Building
moment.
bridges. I like that.
Yeah,
That's
They're
a
hockey.
heartwarming
They're
story.
busy
Yeah.
taking
Sure,
over
he's bombing
Overwatch.
Hawaii, but at least they've got
a
a
women's,
women's
hockey,
hockey
team.
team. That's cool. That feels good.
Maybe we'll get a Miracle 2 sequel.
That'd be
Who
cool.
knows?
I'd watch that movie. Oh, that movie would be so good. I would want it to,
Korean edition?
yeah, all in subtitles. I don't want any of it to make sense. God, that would be so
With
rad.
poor translation.
Oh, yeah, it's just the worst translation. Fuck, man, that's all I can think about now. Why are we not watching that movie? Why are we not making it?
Because we got to talk about missiles,
Tyler's
Kyler.
not allowed to talk for the rest of this this segment.
That's
No,
possible.
Something else that's funny about this missile ordeal is Hawaiian governor. I was slow to correct the bogus missile scare because anybody want to guess?
he thought it was
He
real.
also was asleep?
He forgot his Twitter password.
Live. 10 minutes worth of, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Send me the email. Where's the verification code?
And then
What's
he
my
forgot-
secret answer? God,
Then
where's
he
my first
forgot his
puppy?
email password. He's like,
shit.
son of a bitch.
Snowball's out of control.
To be fair, I've been in that situation, and if
calls
pressure was on me, I don't know how long it would take, honestly.
Calls his internet service provider.
Why is that the only way you can contact?
It's how you reach the most people quickest, I would assume. Aside from the magic button that sends the missile crisis alert.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sure that you can't just like reprogram that to say whatever you want whenever
No,
you
for
want
sure.
to, so.
For sure.
Probably wasn't like, oh, delete that text real quick.
Yeah.
Sorry, false alarm.
I think that's exactly what happened.
Lol, 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 lol,
I think that's
lol.
exactly
There's
what
probably an
happened.
override
Like
where they can
eventually
just
they
send a
did send like a
message.
mass message like that was like, nah, RB,
JK. Lol, 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 lol.
RB. Yeah. And then they all got together for some RBs.
RB.
You said RBs.
What is RB?
R bad.
R bad.
So I didn't
okay,
really.
well,
Okay,
see,
so
R
I.
doesn't start with an R, so you know. it's
Yeah,
kinda
but
confusing.
Okay,
still,
so I
it's
actually
like
heard
text.
about this and everything, but I didn't actually like read into it because my parents told me about it.
Samsung.
But how did the people on the island act? Like, did it go well, or was everyone just like, "Fuck it"?
no,
Like,
there
we're
I
was-
just-
went to high school. I went to high school with a girl that lives there now. She's lived there for about a year, and she's our age. She worked. Obviously, if I went to high school with her, she works. She works in a lobby of like a tourist hotel, and
Resort.
yeah. So like a day or two after that happened, I just texted her. I was like, "Hey, did you get that message to your phone also?" She's like, "Hell yeah, I was fine, but working in this hotel lobby, like when everybody got that, everyone stormed down to the lobby.
Yeah.
So she was in charge of like calming just like hundreds of people down,
I've been there.
and I bet people were going.
I wouldn't
crazy.
even be trying to
I've
calm
been
people
there.
down.
Like,
I've been
two
like,
times.
"I'm getting out of here. Did you see the text? I'm getting out of here."
I've had to calm people.
I would hope I had a sailboat or something.
I've had to calm
Honestly-
you down before. I don't know. That's the same thing.
If she was out there, I'm trying to think of what you would do if it was like you had very little times. Like maybe
Yeah,
if they
because,
had a
missile
freezer in
threat
the
is-
kitchen.
is
Be the
bad.
best bet.
But on an island, you know?
Where are you gonna go?
My God.
That's the thing. How safe can you be?
I'm telling you, the freezer in the kitchen probably the safest place for her. And like like.
You're
the
talking about
resort.
Indiana Jones. Are you talking
Yeah.
about that scene from Indiana Jones?
What?
Where
No,
they
I'm talking
where
about
is
freezers
that-
being very sturdy
what-
and like
Fuck.
Be made of
God,
mostly
I-
steel.
yeah, they're pretty.
It depends on what type of missile it is, too.
Like it's like our
If it's-
freezers
if
at
it's
work.
island
They're meant
destroying,
like they'd
there's
be
nowhere you
like
can
the
go.
only thing left if a tornado hit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking
I
of
mean-
tornadoes, that's when I had to calm
Naders.
people, Cam. God damn.
Tell us about that. Tell us about how you were an American hero, Kyler.
I don't know if I can
American-
anymore.
yeah, he's not allowed to talk. Remember?
Yeah, that's the whole point. Point is, though, I too, working in a hotel, when a crisis occurs, this was a tornado, working the front desk of a hotel. It turns out people who aren't from here
Oh, they freaked the fuck
are
out.
legit scared of tornadoes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which is like a thing, like, this like tornado warning. And I was like, okay, cool. So I changed
Right.
the TV.
Tuesday, what's up?
Yeah, I changed the TV in the lobby to Cartoon Network because I got tired of hearing the burp, burp, burp. You know what I mean? Phone's ringing off the hook. People staying in the hotel. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? And I was like, I don't know. Do you see it yet? And they're like, do we see what? I was like, the tornado. So that's
You can
apparently.
see it? Like,
yeah, I was like,
yeah, it's a
no, you can't see. Like, when you see it, that's like when the problem arises. Like, calm down. And then eventually, I had to call the fire department and be like, hey, what's protocol for like tornadoes in a hotel? So then I had to give an official answer to people. But like, it took me
Wait,
hours.
do you guys not
to
have
read everything.
like you didn't have a fire thing? Because that happened.
They got
not
the fire-
like
they
a
got the-
stairwell, not a fire drill.
Got the
tornado
fire
drill.
thing, and the thing you just basically go to the hallway.
Outside, everybody.
Yeah,
outside.
like a stairwell. I would think would be.
Look, because
If I panicked, that's what I'd probably look
Yeah,
for.
but people
I
were
worked
tripping
at the-
balls.
when I worked at the Sheridan downtown, we were told because it happened, and people were like, "What do we do?" And I'm like, "The tornado's not even close." Like,
Yeah.
are you sure? And I'm like, yes, but if you want, our tornado drill is to go down because they have the tunnels
Oh, that's good.
that lead back there. So I was like, you can go down there if you're worried. And a couple did go down there.
Yeah.
And the tornado was not even close. It was
Never
a
is.
warning.
Until it is.
They were freaking out when it was a watch. They're like, it's a tornado
See,
watch.
that's
It's
where it
like, yeah,
starts,
it's
man. A
like
bunch of-
once it's a warning, maybe look where it's at.
Freaking my uncle, he's from Oklahoma. He was like out and moved to LA, and he says people would freak out whenever like weird weather would go out there. Like,
Yeah.
Like just because there's like
They
lightning,
freak out
like,
over
a
the
lightning
rain.
storm.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a freaking tornado or anything. Just a lightning storm. People were like, oh my
Yeah.
god, they were like people were
No,
terrified.
no
of it.
goddamn wall clouds or funneling. They don't even know what these words mean on the coast. Do you know what
It's,
those words mean?
as long as
Wall
you don't live
clouds?
in Moore, you're fine.
Yeah, as long as
That's
you-
pretty much it. If you're in Moore, be scared. If you're ever in Moore and the tornado sirens go off, find shelter because God's trying to get rid of that.
Don't go to
place.
the Warren. Don't go to the Warren though, because
something
it'll hit
about
that.
Indian burial sites.
Maybe. I
Probably.
don't know.
Yeah, I mean, whenever there's a big X on the map from tornadoes, like,
Yeah.
hey, if your house was
Two of the
here-
biggest tornadoes that have hit the U.S. literally make an X over Moore.
Yep.
The May 3rd. and
This
the
is
one
where
that
you put
happened.
your next casino.
It was pretty insane, man. If you look at it on a map, it's just like
Just, like,
straight
cut-
X.
And then people
That's
stay
what
there and they
we're-
rebuild, and every year a tornado hits.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like,
Ah,
don't
yeah.
you get
Now we're
tired of rebuilding?
No, it's because like the property value there is so like.
Yeah, it's so
Hey,
cheap.
here's this $2 million house.
How much is tornado insurance over there?
It's pretty high
yeah.
I would jack that price up so high
Yeah.
because I mean,
because it's gonna happen.
I've actually talked to people that are like, yeah, our house is 6 years old. And I was like,
Yeah.
and they're like, no, most
told you.
houses.
Yeah,
like,
my
there's
friend,
a lot of
my
houses
friend
that
Robin
don't.
Whitney, they just moved out
I thought you
there.
were gonna say Robin Williams.
No, Robin Whitney, his wife, and Whitney's not from here, obviously, and
Back home.
no, she's from like North Carolina. Okay, but she was saying, yeah, and before you ask, my house is more than 5 years old, and I was like, bitch, that means it's due. You know what I mean? Like, time's up.
No, you should be like.
You count your
shit,
blessings.
Yeah.
My house is 5 years
Yeah.
old. Like, yeah, it's the opposite.
Yeah, this is not good news.
The bad thing is it's almost not a joke.
No, it's
They
not.
get hit so often.
Yeah.
But it's so funny at
Yeah.
the same time.
I mean, the closest one to us was Oak Tree, if you remember that, which is a neighborhood.
We had one straight down I-40, bud.
Yeah.
Well,
Back in
you mean
Enid,
at this
North
house?
Enid
Do you
would get
remember-
hit steady.
I was at the.
it was like 2003, 4,
Oh, so you just mean it
something
hit
like that,
Edmond.
when the big tornado hit Oak Tree.
Oh, I don't remember.
See, I was on
Like,
the other
really
side
def-
of
like,
Edmond, so
really
it was closer
messed
to
Oak Tree
you,
up.
But I was on the other side of Edmond.
No, yeah, my
I
house
do
was
remember
at
going to the
Best
shelters
Buy
and stuff. but-
on I-40. Like we used to work at that one. And, like right when that tornado was like literally on I-40
Yeah,
bridge,
yeah.
just like flying towards us. That was pretty scary. But we just left, me and my buddy. We're just like, nah, we're not staying
He's
here.
not gonna be
Like,
here for
look,
this.
It's coming from the west and it's going east. I'm just gonna go east.
Yeah,
okay?
I'm just gonna keep. I am
can
faster
outrun
than
it.
the wind.
Yeah. 120 mile per hour wind, I can hit that
Yeah,
easily.
yeah.
Like down I-40, no big
Like
deal.
I haven't got a.
That was the last thing that Cam Davies ever said to me.
Can you imagine how crazy it would be to be a
That's the
tornado
last time I
chaser
saw him alive.
It looks unreal, man. Stressful ass.
driving
shit, dude.
into a tornado?
It's madness. I don't know who signs up. For
It's
that.
just scary because those things can change where they're going, like,
In a
all the time.
second.
Like, they'll literally
Yeah.
just start coming towards you. It's
Just
like, reverse,
yeah,
reverse.
they can cut.
Yeah.
reverse.
How many cows do you think
A
have
year.
survived a tornado?
Oh, you mean like they were out there kicking it and just didn't die?
There's,
Yeah. Well, they got sucked up. But
Yeah, and then thrown out.
Yeah.
But still lived.
Still lived.
Probably
7.
not very many.
7.
Because you
Yes,
die,
exactly.
you die immediately, right? Because it's a vacuum inside.
No.
No, usually,
You can't breathe. You
Yeah,
can't breathe.
absolutely.
No,
Yeah.
but I don't think
Absolutely.
immediately.
Debris.
No, I'm just.
It's-
You can live
can
through a
live in
tornado.
The vacuum, it sucks all the air out of you.
Yeah,
you're
I mean
fucking
you
dead.
couldn't be breathing, but it's not like it's gonna like suck your lungs out.
Usually it throws you out before, like, because you can't breathe in there, but once it throws you out, you can breathe, and then you're more scared of the fact that
You'll
you're
pass out instantly.
No, usually.
You'll pass out
I don't think
instantly.
so.
No, you won't pass out instantly.
Absolutely. There's.
Usually.
How many times have you been sucked up by a tornado?
Usually people.
I know for a fact
Caveat.
if I get sucked up by a tornado, there's not going to be like a 10-second period where I'm like, whoa,
It's not gonna last that long. I
You'd
think
be spinning so fast you wouldn't even know what happened. You, all of a sudden
Yeah.
it would throw
debris
you.
would hit you,
Once
a
again,
rock,
that could happen
fucking
too.
People aren't
branches.
usually heavy enough to get sucked up into a tornado like that.
that is true. Yeah.
Like you'll just be in it, and you'll just be getting hit by tree trunks and shit like that, and whatever else is in there.
Dead.
But no, yeah, you're
Like
definitely
you
dead.
will not just get picked up and like
Because
fucking
they're
go down
Straight
the,
up Dorothy and the Wizard of
Yeah,
Oz.
that's exactly what I was about to say.
I
Thank
got you,
It's
cousin.
Yes.
Starting front flips and
it's
stuff
like
in there.
there are kids that have been picked up and they lived.
Yeah.
You get thrown miles.
There's that one. Was it the
Maybe
one?
not
that was
miles.
Yeah, you don't get thrown.
They,
a
no, they
mile
actually
and
threw him
live.
really far away
Yeah.
from the house.
They landed in some fields and walked on home.
Yeah.
Fucking weird, man.
Well,
Small town,
Oklahoma's
small town boys.
strange, dude.
Small town boys.
Not the
He really
only
was
state.
okay. It was
born,
weird.
They're born
Like-
tornado tough.
like he had a few broken ribs or
Tornado.
something, but he was fine.
Yeah. That's
Overall,
crazy, man.
he had to get a cast on his arm and he like broke a couple ribs. But for
Yeah,
being
it's
thrown
crazy.
out of a tornado,
And now he gets to tell people that
That's the
story
thing
for the rest of his
also.
life.
Yeah, it's
We-
so worth it.
Humans don't get like sucked up in the vortex. You get like just lifted and thrown. Like you're
Yeah.
not gonna be in the middle of it, flying around where you're gonna know what the vacuum feels like and stuff like that. You're not gonna be in the center of it.
Like, oh shit, Snapchat.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be sweet. Cause I'm tornado tough.
Hashtag tornado tough.
you get thrown the fuck out and not so much
bitchin'.
anymore.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
tornado tough, not ground tough. you know?
Yeah.
Well, ballistic
Come
missiles and twisters and tornadoes aside.
Maters. Damn
The
Nader.
last, I want to ask this question also before we go. Excluding your telephone, if a disaster or a doomsday occurrence were to happen right now, what is the one thing?
Oh, one
One thing. You got one thing.
Outside of your phone, you've got your phone in this scenario.
You have your phone, so that's a given because everyone's gonna.
The shit in
everyone's
your
gonna say
pockets
their
But
regularly.
everything on you is like wallet, shit like that.
phone. Yeah, you have all that. There's one thing you can take.
Well, if we're
Computer.
Machete.
at this
Take my
house,
And I don't mean a machete.
I
I mean
guess
Danny
you could
Trejo.
take your computer if you want to carry it.
if we're at this house,
Yes.
I would say something like a computer, electronic, or something because none of my personal stuff is here. Most of it's at my parents' house. If I was there, I'd probably grab something personal. If you were like, you only get one item, I mean, there's a couple things like my grandpa's watch. I know that seems like a stupid thing.
Let
to
me
take,
let me
but if
rephrase
you're-
this question. You know, a doomsday is not happening, and you get to move your computer to go play 7 Days to Die at your buddy's house.
Well,
Okay, think of it like
on
this:
my TV.
doomsday is happening, and you are forced into a shelter.
Am I on foot
you have-
or car?
You're
That
on
would
foot.
change my TV. I don't
You're
think
on
I could
foot.
carry my TV too far.
You're
Probably
on
get
foot.
me killed.
Stick with my answer. Machete.
Machete would probably be good.
I mean,
Cut the
you-
wind.
I don't,
get
I
it.
don't
You
mean,
have
I
no-
don't mean the blade. I mean the man. Machete.
Oh, okay.
Danny Trejo's character. from the
He has a
popular
cardboard cutout, life size.
TV series. Machete.
Fuck.
You can take him. I don't know. I don't know how good of company he is. He's old
Danny
now.
I mean, you could take your laptop.
I
That'd be
think
kinda
Danny
useful.
Trejo would
Well,
be
that would die.
fantastic company.
You're
Bring
going.
the
Doomsday is
charger.
happening, and you're going into a bunker. You're going into a bunker. You have no idea how long you'll be in this bunker.
So I'll get like 7.
So you can bring your laptop, but you're not going to have electricity down there. Your laptop's
So then
eventually
I
going to
just
die.
No,
throw my
electricity.
phone away too.
If it's if it's a tornado, if it's like a doomsday, I mean,
Doomsday occurrence. Ballistic
I
missile
feel like they would
fucking
want my
strikes,
laptop at some
blows
point.
up everything to shit. You're in a shelter, debris falling on top.
And mind
You can't get out.
Danny Trejo is there to keep
and I'm
you safe.
playing solitaire.
You know what? Probably the case of water that's over there then.
There you go.
Carry a case of water.
See that?
Would
now?
you share with me and Danny Trejo?
No. I'll share with Danny. But
I mean,
Come on, man. That's fucked up.
just because he's cardboard, I'll just throw that shit on him just to piss you off. I don't even care if
It's like, oh, you thirsty, Danny?
Yeah, I don't even care if it wastes a couple bottles. I'm just gonna fuck your
First of all, Cameron, I'm surprised you didn't say Ellie. One, just gonna throw that out there.
No, puppy. I'll just let her fend for herself. She's fine.
Absolutely,
like-
absolutely not.
I would like to say, like, if you're thinking about it, like, yeah, we're gonna need food and water, but if it actually happened and I was trying to leave, I wouldn't think, oh, I'm probably gonna be stuck there forever in my head, honestly.
Yeah.
Right.
So I would probably take something. I wouldn't say dumb, but nothing
would
that's gonna
also
save
bring-
anyone's lives.
You would also bring your cardboard cutout of Danny Trejo? Then we'd have two.
He just takes one of his posters off.
Yeah.
Like, oh, dude, same idea.
Yeah, sweet. This bunker's getting sweet.
Actually, I know what I would say.
Fuck, bud.
I would take Cameron's Switch.
I'd bring all 5 seasons of Smallville.
Sure.
If I took Cameron's Switch, we
the
could both play
comics.
Mario Kart.
Comics.
You
Oh,
can't watch
like,
hey,
the
yeah.
Realistically,
You
like
bring the controller, I'll grab the Switch. We'll play Mario Kart. Oh, you don't have Mario Kart.
You don't have Mario Kart?
He
You don't have
sold
Switch,
it.
we don't have Mario
you
Kart?
sold Mario Kart.
Dude, I played it this many times.
I played it with you at least once. No, that's not true. I played it with you.
Like, literally never.
This
played
many times.
That's not true. I played at least once with you.
This hurts me.
I think
Either way,
Kirsten was
I'm playing
also
Mario
playing
Kart
with
with
us.
Danny Trejo.
So you would bring Danny Trejo? That's random. Why would you bring Danny Trejo?
Well, I would want to bring real Danny Trejo.
I understand.
Okay,
that.
well, give us a
Why?
real answer.
Now, would you want
How many
Machete
dudes
Danny
are-
Trejo, or would you
Danny
want
Trejo
the
at
actual
your
actor?
house.
I would want Machete Danny Trejo.
Okay.
You
Because
can't-
he's.
no,
Have
that's
you not seen any of the
real.
Machete movies?
That's not real.
He
Close
would keep
thing-
me so safe.
I saw like Death Planet or whatever.
Sure. He's madness, those
That's
motherfuckers.
not real.
Danny Trejo.
He would kill you.
No, he'd
he
keep
would
me
eat
safe.
you.
It'd be the exact opposite. Because
He would
I've
eat
brought
you.
him to a bunker for safety, right? Now the bombs are over. We've got to get back out in the world. We got to do a smlooting to stay alive.
I'd bring The Rock then if we're doing that.
Why would-
One
but
for everybody because everyone loves The Rock. You're all welcome. But
Machete would kill The Rock.
No,
what?
100%.
No, you can't.
not a chance.
My
in hell.
money is
I'm pretty
on
sure he can't
Machete.
actually break his skin. I'm pretty sure he's like immune.
I've shot him.
I don't know. Machete
Shut
does
up.
look like a fucking
I've shot.
a
The
leather
Rock twice.
couch. He probably has some pretty
He's
tough
called The
skin
Rock
also.
for a reason. You just can't break it. You seen him?
He's a handsome man.
Plus, he's funny. He seems like he'd be a cool guy
Plus,
to hang
he's
out
funny.
I'm not bringing Danny
with. Even
Trejo.
Danny Trejo are gonna be awkwardly silent, walking.
Zach, what would you take?
Well, you know, like I wanted to have a little bit more serious answer. I was thinking either a pocket knife, maybe a knife of some sort.
Yeah, I would actually probably think of a
Fire, maybe some flint, maybe like a you know those like hemp lines you can light. I don't smoke weed or anything, but you know what I'm talking about.
No, I really have no idea. At
You
this
don't.
point.
You don't.
I know.
You really
I've
don't
seen the packages, like the tubes you make, that have a little bit of hemp and like a little bit of flint.
It's,
You can-
it looks like a
fire
little
starter
rope.
kit.
Yeah, and you. It
Do you
looks
have
like a
one of
little
those?
rope, and you light it, and it'll just stay lit.
Do you have one of
You
these?
can
like
light.
just a
You can
wick.
light cigarettes or bowls of
Huh.
pot.
No.
Okay, but do you have that here?
No, I don't.
Because in my head, if I could think of a really cool item,
He doesn't
that-
have fucking Danny
Well,
Trejo. here.
his answer wasn't real. At
This is
least
stupid. Ignore him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd probably
should
do.
always be
I'd
doing
probably
that.
do a knife.
And fire of some kind. Because that makes sense.
First aid
you
kit
could
was
start
all
a
shit
fire
on it.
without like a lighter
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Because
There's,
you
like,
could you
MREs
have
in
a
there,
first?
Well, see, you have a
lighters,
knife.
lighter things
And
in
there's a
there.
good
mean-
chance that
Knife.
somebody's a smoker that's in there with you, and they've got a lighter.
That's probably what I'd bring. Just a pack of smokes.
My vape.
Being real,
Bring my
you're
vape.
stuck
My
here.
vape.
Here's a bag full of food and water.
That's the one thing I would
Here's-
want.
To be fair, I can
Here's-
guarantee you half the people in the room be so happy he brought
Carton of
cigs.
smokes,
yeah.
bag of food and water,
Yeah.
your choice.
I guarantee you, all of you guys would smoke a cig down there if
I
we were
probably
stuck in
would
a
have.
Probably
bunker.
not.
If
Like shit.
if I thought it was the end, it's like whatever.
I don't care. I still wouldn't smoke cigarettes.
I mean, one, it wouldn't be good to smoke in a shelter. That seems really bad.
Then I would stone Cam and we'd all eat them because you wouldn't smoke a cigarette.
That's what it comes down
I'll
to.
smoke. I'll smoke one.
It's like, oh Jesus.
Okay, I'll smoke one.
Just one.
Did you already say yours?
Yeah, like I'd literally do food and water.
Food and water.
Probably.
You're not gonna take. Fine. I'm taking Ellie. God, leaving that.
Somebody's got
What are you
to.
gonna do with Ellie? You just have to look after her.
You're right, no,
Whoa!
Ellie, we'll eat her
Fallout 4 dog meat. You don't want a dog companion when you're doing stuff.
Well, Ellie's
'Cause
not
Ellie's
dying.
gonna
When you
worst.
said dog meat, I thought you meant literally.
Yeah, I
dog
thought
meat.
you did too. I was like, damn, dude, just like that. And you're like, dog companion. I was like, nope, dog meat was a character.
Yeah,
got
in
it.
Fallout
got
4.
it.
Dog meat, the character dog meat.
Or in whatever it's called with Will Smith, the zombie.
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Have
then
a
the dog
badass
dies.
dog.
No,
Things
that-
go bad. I'm hitting it with the dog. Fuck you guys.
You're gonna-
She's not a badass dog. Oh, she would not realize that the world's ending, and she would just want attention, be whining and jumping on.
It's
it
because she's young.
and
She'll
playing.
grow up and be an awesome fetch dog.
I'm also trying to think of a book that I
Honestly, probably Ellie. Yeah, I would have to pick.
I'm trying to think of a book that I could read multiple times without it not getting super old.
Hate that.
Animal Farm.
Oh wait.
There's no way I'd bring a book.
It's a pretty good fable.
You want to bring a book?
I mean, if I got one item, no, I definitely would not bring a book.
What about a Game Informer magazine?
No,
Just-
why would I?
That just
I
bums
get
me
one
out.
item. I'm definitely not bringing something to read. Or
That's
I just
for
bring
sure.
my. Yeah, it's like I can guarantee you it's not gonna be something to read.
Yeah, I can barely read as it is. If I'm panicking because of bombs,
Yeah.
no.
Gotta get
Honestly, I'd probably just grab my laptop bag.
Yeah.
I mean, technically it has two things.
You don't
It
have a
has
charger in the shelter, though.
I would imagine there's some form of electricity somewhere in there.
Nope.
And when shit goes down, they're gonna want a computer. One, because if the world blows up, they're gonna want a computer
you will
for
have
future
you will have
uses.
a computer for a short amount of time until your battery dies, and then your computer is useless.
All we have to do is charge it. You just have to get a power source to
You
the
don't have
socket.
electricity.
You could get electricity.
A ballistic missile hits the
Somebody
island,
is smart
wiping-
enough to figure out a way to charge or to get electricity to my charger to just have the computer start. And so
got an
once we have,
Kyler and Danny Trejo, is that who you're stuck down there with?
well, if it's
You mean
us,
to tell me Danny Trejo can't make electricity? Get fucked.
first of all, if it's us four, I'm just bringing a bottle. And I'm just gonna drink.
Drink ours.
What?
Dude, a bottle
If
of
the-
Jameson.
I've got a-
If the
Bottle
world
of
was between
Jamo.
us,
Or I would bring a handgun and just
handgun with 3 bullets.
and I'd bring the whiskey, and we'd all play some games of Russian roulette.
spin the bottle and then we'd spin the handgun. That's what it would go.
That'd be good. I'd play that game. Also, I've got this external battery that charges via sunlight. I'll bring that.
Again, you're in a storm
Yeah,
shelter.
but eventually you're
or
leaving
a
that
bomb
shelter.
shelter.
You're leaving that shelter eventually.
So we're saying the
Who
shelter
knows?
doesn't have power, right?
It could be weeks. It could be months. It could be
Assuming
years.
it's a shelter meant for this, it should have at
generator
least
of
some
some
sort of generator, food, and water.
That's what I'm
Assuming
saying.
that's if you're in a
Is
shelter
either
for
I'm going
Doomsday.
into a shelter, we get bombed on for a few days, and now I'm out in the world with no electricity, right? Or I'm living in a shelter that they prepared for me to live in for months.
Yeah, is this?
You see what I'm saying?
It's not prepared. It's
just a hole in the ground.
So you're
Well,
saying we
start
went
shitting
to
on
like
like you have a shelter,
that's for,
but
like,
let's.
tornado or
I'm
something
saying like
that.
if this ballistic missile were to be a real thing, and you had no time to plan, you knew where your shelter was. You had,
But this
a
is like
matter
a
of
tornado
minutes.
shelter, so it's got jack shooting.
exactly. It's a metal shelter underground.
Yeah, then
Okay.
definitely a handgun and just shooting everybody and myself, because that's.
Why are you gonna take everyone else out? Give them a choice.
yeah.
That's kind of fucked up.
No, I
Cam's-
meant you three.
Yeah,
I'm shooting you three.
Cam's like, we never really talked about it, but
Didn't think this would ever come up, but
Yeah.
this is weird.
'Cause I'm
I
not
do
listening to you
own a
guys.
gun. I only have 4 bullets.
Yeah, 'cause-
What about a gallon of protein powder? Like what you buy at
could see
GNC,
the
like
you
the
just eat it.
Yeah,
it would
I mean-
be, not the
a spoon.
better than
like a
some of our other
spoonful?
ideas that have been put out there.
Why are you
Tyler,
looking at me? God
Bringing an
damn
extra
it,
mouth
man.
to feed. What's wrong with you?
A mouth that can hunt.
That's also you.
You're in the goddamn
looking very
shelter,
dark.
Kyler.
I have to bring
He's not
myself.
hunting.
I'm talking about Ellie.
But how great would it be to talk to Danny
Ellie,
Trejo?
that's
on the
mouth
shelter?
to
I can get dog food. Are you gonna eat dog food?
Yeah. If times are
In
tough.
a fucking.
You act like okay.
Well,
So
like
it's
Christ,
like it's
like
you
you have time to go to the grocery
been
store.
drunk and eaten some dog.
First of all,
You mean to tell me that you would leave your dog if you were at your house and you had one thing and you're like,
No,
oh, I'm gonna
definitely
grab
not.
this pocket
Definitely not.
knife over my dog.
Definitely not.
well, see, the thing is, the great thing about that is I didn't think about grabbing Ellie because she'll just follow me, so I don't have to grab her. She's just gonna stay
Just
with
be
me.
on the way out the door, hop in the car, and oh shit, you're here too. All right.
Another mouth to
Hey, I
feed.
got my knife. I didn't pick her up and take her, and then she followed me. So I'm
Ooh,
good.
classic Swiss Army knife.
Little Swiss Army. You got,
Sure. You got
some
everything.
Wine, little
You got
wine
everything.
screw in there.
Nice little
Have
wine.
a little party down there.
Yeah, boy.
Well, see, in this hypothetical situation,
Cam starts shooting
what
people.
is
Yeah, but,
well,
yeah.
no,
Get me drunk as I can possibly get before Cam caps me.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, just don't let me see it coming, Cameron. Just do it at some point when I'm turned
I'll
around.
make sure you're asleep. Don't worry.
Fair enough.
You could do
You were
me
saying
first though, because I don't want to wake up to gunshots. That sounds terrifying. I'm alone in the dark in a bunker.
No, you'll all be. He's gonna bring a bottle, and you guys are gonna have. Someone will bring wine, and you guys will just be so plastered you won't even know.
You're not getting drunk too.
No, I'm planning. I'm scheming. Okay, I'll be drinking the fake water that looks like the vodka. Whatever.
I'm sure waste our water. God.
I'd
rather him drink the water than the Jameson.
Situation, so we end up in a shelter, right?
Correct.
That is basically barren. Sure.
No time to plan. You have no time to stock.
Yeah,
no time.
Sure. How long are we gonna be in this?
You don't know that.
Okay, then we're dead anyway. So why does it matter?
That's not true.
That is kind of true.
Well, I can tell you that because I guess we like actually wouldn't know. I wouldn't think, oh, I should grab like water or food. We might run out there. I would literally just be like, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I might grab my laptop
As I say,
bag.
jokes aside, leaving the house, and I think I'm going to the shelter for a little while. I would just grab my Switch because I'd play Zelda till it died, and then be like, all right, cool.
You just play Zelda
is the
while
missile crisis
the world
over?
is burning.
Yeah, 100%.
Let's be fair.
I'm so sure in this scenario, I as a human being would not wrap my head around the severity of the situation.
Because we don't know. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
It's like, get to a shelter. Okay, I'm gonna get to the shelter.
Yeah.
Especially in Oklahoma, no one listens to those.
Suspect I'm gonna be down there for days.
Plus, the thing is,
even if we are, if it's barren, it doesn't matter if I bring water. You'll go through that case of water with 4 people in a week.
I also feel like
object.
if something does land, I don't think it's going to destroy literally everything. Like we would eventually find, like the whole U.S. is not just going to be a flat land. There would be places that we could find. Like dog food. When I said like feed Ellie, I'd have to give her food for a little bit, but I assume we would eventually leave after the bomb went off. Might wait a little bit for radioactive shit.
See, you could bring the dog food, and when you run out of dog food, you're dead. But you bring an object that can perhaps help you escape.
But you just said we're not getting out of the shelter.
Yeah.
Because if we're not getting out of the shelter, that
That's
knife
the
is
same.
Well, I didn't say you're not getting out.
I'm saying
you don't know if you can get out.
But let's say that we don't get out. Neither of those things help us either way. Because a pocket knife's really not going to help you in the shelter unless you're trying to shank Cameron before he shoots you.
You ever seen Shawshank Redemption?
I have, but
Once again, in this there's no good answer because
I'm trying to figure out what toy I could bring to kill Cameron with in case he decides to shoot everybody. You know what I mean?
What do you mean in case? He literally just said he was going to.
No, this is in the situation of we're going to be stuck down there for years and we have.
No, we'd be screwed. I would just kill myself.
Then I'll just kill everybody for it. Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's helpful.
Because I thought he was saying we don't ever get to leave the shelter, but there's no food and water down there. I'm just ending it quickly.
Because even if I grabbed
a bunch of
case,
psychedelics, how about just a
Can we
sheet
do
of
that?
acid?
Can we do that for a few
even if I
hours?
grabbed like a
Sheet
case of
acid?
water,
Wait,
down there.
wait.
Huh?
Do you have that in my house?
No. A sheet of acid?
Behind the Nuka-Cola girl.
Plot thickens.
I guess. Like, even if we brought like a case of water, like if we're down there for a long time.
Do that in a week easily.
Yeah, because Kyler would be the one saying like, God, I'm so thirsty, and I'd be like, God, you should probably hold on. Like,
Why
we're
am I
fine.
the problem? You know what I mean? Danny Trejo would have coached me.
To be like, this is the end. You'd be Danny McBride.
Yeah. Or just an ounce of weed.
First of all, no, he would be what's his name? Scary.
Seth Rogen.
No. Tate Young.
Channing Tatum.
I was thinking more Danny McBride. Did you?
Yeah,
Did you
that's
say
what I said.
Danny McBride?
Yeah,
You'd be the Danny McBride.
He likes the part where Danny McBride fucks Channing Tatum.
Oh.
I was like, he'd be Channing Tatum.
Yeah. So he's like, not only am I like the useless guy, I'm the guy getting fucked by the useless guy. He's like, he's taking me farther down.
Danny
the total.
McBride is the funniest guy in that movie.
That's
I
tough.
feel like
In
combined,
that movie, his role was the funniest.
I feel
that
like,
is true.
Yeah,
I
Here's
feel
the
like
thing. Yeah, the what was the bit where he's talking about it? You mean to tell me James Franco didn't suck any dicks last night? That killed me. It still kills me.
I love the jerking off thing.
Yeah.
Jerking off thing's funny. You
Yeah,
got
maybe-
fucking iPads in the walls and you're jerking off like a caveman.
Michael Cera also had a really
God,
weird role
small.
in that.
Yeah,
Slap Rihanna's ass.
yeah. Michael Cera's
Coked
butthole.
out.
Yeah,
If I was him, I'd just mess that up a few times. Oh, sorry, I got to retake, guys.
yeah.
Mess that one up.
I'm sure that did happen.
Fuck, man.
That's who I'd bring. I'd bring Michael Cera.
It'd be a good time. There's a Facebook
I feel like he wouldn't be that
page I
useful after
follow.
we get out of. I mean, he'd be
No,
like
we're
comic
saying that.
relief.
He'd be so helpful. There's a
All
Facebook page. I'm gonna end on this. I follow. It's called The Same Picture of Michael Cera Every Day. And
Oh
there's
yeah,
a
I've
post,
seen that.
the same picture of Michael Cera every day. And it makes me happy every time. I giggle every time I see it. I'm like,
All I think about is the meme.
That's a dead meme, dude. That was like 2015.
yeah, it's still following.
It's still not funny.
2015 meme, dude. You can bring
That
your
you've even said a
Michael
thing about it.
Sometimes it's funny. I'll see it like slide in and be a picture of him in the background from the meme. Makes me chuckle a little bit, but just seeing the meme doesn't make me happy.
doesn't. So Cam, what was your answer that you were gonna bring to the shelter?
Besides
That you're not. That yeah, the handgun.
Besides
That's what it was. I forgot the handgun.
No.
Besides it,
water.
you get to pick
One
one.
thing. So you can bring
A
food and
sandwich
water.
or a bottle of water.
You can bring one sandwich or one bottle of water. Which one?
That's stupid. That's not one thing.
I'd rather just bring a bottle
No,
of
you can bring one or the
Jameson
other.
then. If I get a bottle of anything.
Then I'm bringing the handgun and shooting you all.
Actually,
Okay.
I'd get some Blue Label. That'd be nice.
Eric, what was yours? Blue Label?
Swipe a
Well,
little
I'm saying
bit.
if
Johnny Watt?
if you're like a bottle of water or a sandwich, I'd be like, I'm just gonna go buy a bottle of Blue Label.
Ooh, you bring the Blue Label. I'll bring the scars. We'll go out like fucking gentlemen.
as he shoots us in the head.
Yeah, it's like locked in a
Actually,
cement
I'm fine
box.
going out
What
that
about, like,
way.
a day or two later when everyone's like pissed and like hungry and
Sure.
A day or two later, we're choking on
I'm not
cigar
gonna
smoke.
just chill with you. I'm not gonna chill with you for 2 days while you have a handgun, and I know you're gonna kill me.
I'm not gonna tell you.
To be fair, I wouldn't
I'm
really.
just saying, hey, I brought this for when we
If
get
he had
out.
a-
We're gonna need protection, and then when we don't get out, I'm gonna shoot you.
If he had a handgun, I wouldn't be that worried because we're sitting in
Well,
a
we're out.
doomsday bunker.
No,
Oh, we're out of the bunker.
30 minutes, like, oh, shoot, fuck, I don't know, guys. This isn't looking too good. Just. This was for us when we got out. This is protection.
Kyler, in your episode, not your episode, your item you were gonna bring,
I'm sure I just bring a Game Boy or my Switch.
Game Boy,
I'd probably bring
And
my
again,
laptop.
and I think it's 100%.
Yeah, I would definitely grab my laptop.
cardboard toys.
I would not understand the severity of the situation.
I would also look
Definitely
at a
bring a toy.
cost efficiency. Like my laptop is.
I think
Yeah,
I would handle it very
electronics.
well. All right,
No, you
boys,
can
we'll
take
wrap
my
it up.
laptop, then. I'll just let you take my
We'll wrap it up there.
Doesn't matter.
Thank you for another episode of Beside the Point. That was 22. 87 subs. That's very close to 100. Yeah. I am getting relay now that we are on our way to 1,000. So please help us out with that. Thank you very much for staying with us this entire time. Bye, guys.